Hi guys, this is Michael, and I love my coffee. Don't you know? I do a lot of coffee related reviews. Well, today I want to talk to you about the Nespresso machine and the fact that the Nespresso pods are so expensive. Wouldn't it be great if you could get a refillable Nespresso pod instead of paying about $1 a pod, which is about what you pay through Nespresso for their pods? If you could refill your own pods, think of the cost savings. And of course, the recycling thing. You really don't have to worry about recycling so much because these are refillable and reusable. So this is the deal. This company, Capmesso, there are several companies that make this type of thing. I kind of like this one. Capmesso sent this to me so that I could review it for you. So I'm happy about that, but I'm still going to give you my completely unbiased opinion of these. Now this comes with 20 refillable capsules, and the capsules are plastic. The Nespresso pods, as you probably know, are aluminum, but let's be honest, do you really recycle these? It's kind of inconvenient and not really practical. These are plastic. Obviously, at some point in time, these are going to wear out. They say they're reusable about 10 times before they don't work anymore. So I've used this one about 3 times already, and it's still working fine. So it is the capsule right here, and then they also give you a package of aluminum tops or seals for the top. So once you get your coffee in here, and you have to use an espresso grind, which is a very fine grind coffee. I grind my own, but if you buy it pre-ground, make sure you get espresso grind. So I grind my coffee, and I just find the easiest way to fill these things is to get my coffee into a little container and then just sort of scoop it in like this. And then I do give it a little bit of a press. I don't overly press it. I don't press as firmly as possible, but I do want to press it a little bit. I want to get that coffee in there. And this is only going to hold between 4 to 5 grams of coffee depending on how fine you grind it. So you can't get quite as much coffee in here as you normally would if you were making your espresso in a regular espresso machine like this right next door to the Nespresso machine. But still, it provides a pretty nice espresso. You also want to use the freshest beans possible. All right, so I've got my coffee in here. I've got it tamped down a little bit. Next thing you have to do is you have to peel off one of the aluminum lids, and then you just line it up. You want to make sure you don't get any coffee on the edge here, otherwise it won't stick well. So just line it up and then rub your finger around there and make sure it is completely adhered all the way around. So that's looking pretty good. Now we just drop it in here like we would any other Nespresso pod. And I'm using a little shot glass here so you can see the crema develop. And let's see what we end up with. Now these beans aren't quite as fresh as I would like, but you can see I still got a little bit of crema here. The shot came up a little bit short, and I have a feeling that is because I might have pressed the coffee in there a little too hard, so it had a little more difficulty getting all the way through. And to be honest, right before I made this video, I already made about 4 espressos, and all of them were higher than this. So I don't know if the machine screwed up or I just pushed it a little too hard. But in any case, here it is. Let me give it a little taste test. It actually tastes great. It's a little stronger. It's more like a ristretto. And normally I'd want to get about an ounce out of here, and we came up a little short. But overall, I really do like the fact that I can reuse this. Let me show you what it looks like once I eject it here. So here it is. You can see the top has been perforated pretty well. Sometimes when you get different brands of pods, they don't always fit in the machine correctly. This fit in just fine, and that's it. Now we want to reuse this. You just carefully peel the aluminum off, and usually it comes off very cleanly. I've actually not had a problem with this. I don't think you want to wait a long time, so it's still actually quite hot. And then just go over to your sink and run the water, and as you spin this under the faucet, give it a little squeeze, and this little puck of coffee grounds will come right out. All right, so I just emptied the grounds out of there, and this is ready to go. I can make another one, and theoretically I should be able to use this 10 times. So that's about it. I like these things. It's going to save me some money, and I'm not going to use them every single time. You know, a lot of times it's just more convenient to grab a pod that's pre-filled and ready to go. But that is it. They work. They're pretty decent. I think they're reasonably priced. And I think I've become a little bit of a fan here of the Cap Messo refillable capsules for Nespresso. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. I'll answer them if I can. Sure would appreciate you subscribing to the channel. And we'll catch you next time. Have a great day.